All right, welcome to Strokers Palm Harbor for the APA U.S. Amateur Championships. I'm joined with Raymond Linares, and we're going to do a match with Will Haagensen and Michael Zingale.
That's right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Strokers Billiards here in Palm Harbor, Florida.
We're live.
Good match here. We have a top 5 finisher from last year's tournament against Mike Zingale, who's actually a pool room owner from Tallahassee. And they're going to be hosting the Florida State Championships, the amateur division, which starts next week.
Sounds great.
So
sounds like a great tournament.
Yeah, Mike's a great promoter of the game, and has been having a bunch of events at his pool room recently, in conjunction with Tony Crosby's tour, the Poison Tour. So
sounds awesome.
Kind of like a regional who's who of amateur pool in Florida. So, anyways, these two players should be a good match.
Don't you live in Florida?
I do. I'm from Miami,
nice.
right around the corner from Tampa, figuratively, of course.
Right around the corner from Tampa?
Just about, yeah. I mean,
it's like
I drive
4 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, roughly 4 hours.
You drive a lot like I do, or what?
Yeah,
really
yeah.
No
I think last week I officially put 100,000 miles on my car within like 2.5, 3 years, something like that. So I've been doing a lot of road trips, up and down the state to pool tournaments and doing the weekend warrior thing and.
Weekend warrior.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So it looks like they're starting off with the 8-ball. For those of you who aren't familiar with the format, U.S. Amateur is the mixed format, 8-ball, 9-ball, and you lag for the break, and the winner gets to pick either the break or the game. And you're playing a race to 7, so it's 5 games of 8-ball that they'll play, and then 8 games of 9-ball, and then you just play it out till somebody gets to 7. And it's you're married to the break in this year's event. So if you make a solid or a stripe on the break, you're solids or stripes.
Now I wonder why they changed that rule up.
I'm not sure. I think it's actually a little harder.
Yeah, it is more difficult for sure.
I kind of look at it as you don't want to be penalized for making a good break and leaving open a certain group, and then you have to take kind of the worst of it by only making one or the other. It does, I think, make the game a little bit more mental. You have to kind of incorporate a little bit more strategy, if you will. Think about it. I think Zingale was trying to make the solid past the stripe to open himself up, because I think he's solids. And we're going to see Will Haagensen approach his first inning at the table. And I believe
this guy's into it. I remember this guy's really into it, man.
He's very energetic stance and very you can see his very aggressive stance at the table and kind of a wily guy. I like what he did there, addressing the combination and the tied up balls along the side rail, although I wouldn't have done it quite like that myself. I mean, he still kept himself in position with the safety ball underneath this little cluster. I think the 14 goes as we look at the screen.
Match 53, Brian Lynch, Michael Solkowski Jr., table 13.
He's tied up the stripe. I probably would have played that stripe that's furthest from the rail first and then try to come up above the combo and play the combo.
Match 54,
he's probably going to try
Brent Thomas, table 9.
He's probably going to try and go into these balls and separate them. And
he's going to...
He's in a little bit of a spot. I mean, the 13 goes.
But boy, it's
a steep cut, especially your first inning at the table. You may not have been relaxed, and he's kind of hampered with his bridge. That's the biggest part. If he were, let's say, left-handed, he could at least bridge between the 5 and the
55
and the cue ball, or maybe even just behind the 8. So he's going to have to elevate maybe a little bit.
Table 2.
Yeah, elevate slightly, but it looks like he can deliver a clean cueing action, so he should be fine.
Wow. Yeah, see the distance that ball has to travel, it's so hard to judge where that ball's going to land.
Sure, you got to be comfortable to kind of come with that shot, and difficult shot to close it out, but now Mike Zingale's got a good opportunity to try and close out the game. I'd try and attack the center and get this 3-ball out of the way also. That's probably what I'd be thinking about as far as approaching this situation. 3-ball's a problem ball, and if he can get to 3-ball and then get beneath this cluster of balls in the side pocket, he should be able to clear out, because the 6-ball also goes in the bottom right-hand corner as we look.
A highly Recommend people show up here at Strokers, Palm Harbor on US 19. Check out a real Florida pool room.
This space is great, yeah. I've spent a lot of time here in the last few years. Actually, one of my second ever Seminole Pro Tour was played here in this room, and that was a fun event and a lot of memories here going back.
Sure, me too.
Going back to 2008, I guess, was when I first started competing on the then Seminole Pro Tour. So
yeah, I started coming in here in 2008 myself.
Yeah, Jose Del Rio's great for the game. That was a smart shot there. He just speed on this table is, I mean, for those of you at home,
New cloth.
Like the cloth was put on like yesterday, so
Absolutely.
it's like wicked fast, super lightning fast, and it's hard to control.
Super clean.
Yeah. So it's really kind of hard, right? I mean, the ball pocketing is easy, but your cue ball control becomes, critical. So now he's gonna have to play the 5 in the side and bounce out one rail, or float up, and try and get position on the 3. So this is an issue that I didn't want to have if I were Mike. Is playing a tight position shot to the 3 in the corner and still trying to maintain position on the 8 after. So we'll see how he addresses it. One rail position to the top is good. Now he's got the billiard on the 8 is always dangerous.
See his reaction here.
Yeah, this is kind of ticklish, really, when you're looking at the situation. Possible shot is playing the 3 off the 15, I believe it is, into the corner, and drawing back to stay on the 8, but he went for a bank to try and avoid collision with the 8, and that was a good option if you wanted to be aggressive, but still.
This gets his motor started. The other player's motor started here.
Sure.
Seeing this.
So right now, I would definitely try and clarify to myself how I want to approach this rack.
He's going to run out fast.
So he's going to come beneath these balls first, and then
that's how he's going to do it.
Yeah,
he's going to roll up and float. The cue ball, the 8 ball is going to go in the pocket right by the cue ball.
Sure.
Oh no, he went this way.
Now he's kind of a very quick player.
He's still going to do that same pocket though for the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Match 43, Chris Russell.
But like that could have been
that
could have been
4.
murder. You know what I mean? That could have been really dangerous.
Match 48,
Just because he
John Gracia.
wasn't as careful there and
Joseph
trying
Pruitt,
to get on one
table
side
5.
or the other of the top side, stripes. So, but nevertheless, he's a great shot maker and a good player. So he's going to clear up and recover nicely and take a 1-0 lead.
Love the speed, man. Love the speed.
Yeah, he's
Keep it
definitely
up,
not going to
Will.
waste any time. This guy, Will Haagensen, is a very, very quick player, and that can be very intimidating.
From Mobile, Alabama.
Is he? Awesome.
35 years old. How long have you been playing pool? Too long. Laugh out loud. This is the questionnaire. How did you start playing pool? Father owns several bars. Billiard-related honors. Honored to be here. Playing philosophy. Keep a level head. Let's see.
How's our chat doing? Do we have any?
Oh, they're rocking it. JR's computer's on doing some kind of number crunching thing. We can't see the chat right now, but we do want to say hi to everybody out there if we could see you.
Cool. This is
All our
interesting.
moderators, whoever they are.
Will's gonna break from the center of the table. I'm interested to see how the balls react on this new equipment.
Wow, he almost put that one right in the side.
Yeah.
Bang! Look at this. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh.
And he came
Wow.
up dry. I think.
He got the 7. The 7 went in the upper right-hand corner at the very end. Last ball
okay,
rolling.
great, good. Okay.
The last ball rolling, brother.
Yeah, he got a good spread. I'm surprised to see him break from the center like that. I would probably try and go for the second ball break.
Right.
First.
Second ball break is the nice break, but you don't get the excellent spread, so you have to be able to pick apart clusters.
Sure. But I mean, I think on new equipment, the balls tend to want to slide and get open. I think you
right.
Oh, he shoots the 5 into the rail, and I think. Okay, yeah, he's definitely still solids, and Will's gonna have a shot here. But I think just protecting the cue ball a little bit more, especially on slippery, slidey equipment. It's more difficult to kind of get a big pop and squat, especially if you haven't had much time on the table. And we're not allowed to practice in between matches because there's so many players here. It's like 128 player field, so time is very important in making sure the tournament stays on schedule. So. Here we go. See, now he's a little bit Okay, he still has a shot on this bottom corner stripe, and he's got the 9 ball there as well. I think he's trying to figure out how to get out. I think I'd like to see him take the 9 and then take this bottom stripe here and then kind of drag up by the side pocket on the bottom of the screen as we're viewing it. Or
see if we can get a better angle here.
Yeah, you see the side pocket on the left-hand side of the screen. I draw the cue ball up to there, right around this area, and take out the 14-11. And the 10 is hanging right in the side, so it's a good segment ball to the 15. And, you know, finds your uncle, you're out. You can just punch over for the 8 and run out. He came up, I think, just far enough to still have a shot. It's hard to get adjusted to the speed of the table, but I'm sure he'll do fine with these next few balls. Probably pinch it back between the rail and the 6 just to be safe.
Got to come back firing, it will, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then, yeah, just I think soft roll into the 10. And if he can get an angle on the inside part of the 15, oh boy, straight in. See, the angle was important. That's why I kind of like pinching it back to the rail behind the 6, to the long rail, and then come out. So you're guaranteeing getting on the outside part of the 10 ball. So you're going more directly into the side rail and guaranteeing yourself an angle, as opposed to coming one rail up like that in between them.
Right.
Because you can cheat your angle and not have it won't be as easy to get on the inside of the 15, which is crucial to be able to get out. So now he's got to come with a tough shot, and let's see how he responds.
Wow.
There it goes.
Nice.
New cloth jelly.
That's it.
All right, so we're all tied up here. Michael Zingale, pool room owner, fighting back. Second game of 8 ball. This is 5 games of 8 ball before we switch to the 9 ball set. And that was a nice pattern. I like the way he approached the run out. I would have just shot the 2 railer instead of the 1 railer at the end. But he recovered great and made a great shot in the 8. That's a tough shot to come with.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, it's easy to miss a ball like that and then be stuck 2-0 and then get frustrated the next game and maybe, you know what I mean?
That's it.
These short races, race to 7, they're very, very important.
I like that they change over to 9 ball. It gives them a chance to redeem themselves if they happen to be 9 ball players as opposed to 8.
All right, so he's going to opt for the center of the table, a hard break as well. Let's see if he can control his cue ball and come up with a good spread. Looks like he hit the balls great. And I think, unfortunately, came up dry.
Wow, he left a perfect. Oh, we got a couple clusters, but
yeah, the stripes seem better, but they're tied up. The 13 and the 14 are tied up by the 2.
Yeah, everything's messed up on this. It's anybody's game, whatever.
Interesting.
And of course, he's got solid. He's just gonna have a problem with this 2 ball. How can you pop into it? Where does it go? Look at the ball on the side. You can drop it. You can probably maybe drop down to it somehow or bust it out of there with that 10 ball.
Yeah, but if you shoot the 4 on the side and come between the 10 and the 2, then you're not giving yourself a safety shot.
You're not.
You know, to get, like, if he hits let's say in between the rail and the 2.
Yeah, then he's stuck.
He's blocked by the 15 and doesn't have a shot to get out. So he's going to have to do something.
Yeah, he's got to go at it right now.
Put a big stroke on it if he does go after it.
Wow.
But you see how he's
right
getting pinched in between the rail and the ball.
He didn't think about that shot. Now that's...
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to get a high percentage leave after that because he was chasing the 13 as the 13 came down as well. And it's almost like another rail guiding you into the pocket.
Wow.
And then if he would have came rail first and gone into the top of the 2, then he may have bumped open the 13 enough to get the 3 in the side and then maybe have a chance to come back in between them. It's still a difficult position to be in. Mike's going to kind of follow the cue ball, I think, here. I would probably try and, well, if he has ball in, see, this is interesting because if he had ball in hand and the 15 could go in that pocket, he would have shot it, but not, I didn't think it went. Now he's got to try and create something to get back on this, what is this, a 12 ball? If he can't get back to within 2 shots, I'd look for him to play safe and try and take advantage of the position that he has somehow to put Will in a bad spot. Keep control of the table.
That's
like this is a good angle to stun across, even though it's kind of a small landing target. If he can, oh, he's gonna come this way.
Whiffed it.
Yeah, he's chasing now. You don't want to chase when you have more balls on the table than your opponent.
Well, he's going to keep going at that cluster, man, because...
You know what? What's a good shot here? Just
roll into it.
Thinning the 10, coming one rail right into the bottom of the 12
Absolutely.
too.
He's
real soft, you know what I mean?
He may be able to get it there, but it looks like it's a little straight.
No, he's going to...
It's too straight. He tried to
swing at it there.
Too much with the cue ball there.
Yeah.
If he would have had a little more angle, I think that would have been a better chance of busting that ball out.
Yeah, I think probably the safety was a little bit better option.
It really was.
Just kind of like float real soft, hit the rail, and come real close to the 12.
Yep, you got to play smart.
If you can guide the cue ball to get it right up underneath the 12, then he doesn't have a direct shot at a ball, and you're bringing the 10 ball closer to the pocket at the same time. And
both these guys are made a mistake so far in this match. Critical.
Well, you're still getting adjusted to the table. The playing conditions, even though they're super perfect as far as new cloth and all this stuff, it still has its own challenges you have to address for. It's hard to get, for me, it's like real hard to get comfortable with real slippery conditions. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't have any traction. I can't let out my stroke.
Well, you're not used to playing on it. You're used to playing on dirty, cloth. Pool room cloth, that 1 million people hit balls on it.
Sure.
So they should just get new cloth and then have a pile of chalk and just dirt. Just rub it all into the table. That may be
a viable treatment to kind of quickly age it, like a week. You know what I mean? I think a week and a half or so gives the cloth enough time of consistent play. Then you get a good opportunity to break it in, get rid of all the shiny, waxy stuff that's on it, and still have good playing conditions. You know what I mean?
Yep, you got to play out at it. Whatever's handed to you, though, that's the secret of pool. The top players can do it.
I mean, there are people who play in the Philippines. They play outside in the rain and they're running out. So.
There's guys, look at all the top players, like we were saying.
Yeah.
They're going to go into a brand new table cloth and just run out. Johnny Archer's going to run out all over everybody, no matter how new the cloth is. He'll adjust.
Yeah, he's not human, that guy.
Yeah.
How about being named to the Mosconi Cup team again this year?
16 times?
Yeah, in a row or something. I don't know. It's 14 in a row or something in total. So I think he passed Suke as the most named, and Suke's right behind him.
He's the best American player, in my opinion. I know SVB is title-wise, but I could never vote against Johnny, man. I could never bet against Johnny.
It's hard to do that. I mean,
I don't care who he's playing.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. In fact, he beat Shane in a big match recently.
I'm sure he did. You never know when Johnny's going to put the smack down.
Yeah, he's an incredible player. I mean, that's one thing I love about pool, is that it's such a great game. You can compete for so long, at the highest levels, and still be a viable competitor and not have to be retired. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Efren. He just got fourth at the U.S. Open or something. He's like 58 years old. Parika also got like top 4 or 5, like 63. You know what I mean?
Earl played great during the tournament. He didn't place high, but
Earl did great at the New York tournament.
He did great at those tournaments.
Snapped those off, beating the best young players in the country.
The old guys are always the super triple smart players.
Yeah, they have years of experience. I like this play that he took ball in hand and played safe. His first, I think, active safety play we've seen from either opponent this set, and he's putting a lot of pressure.
Did nice
on Will Haagensen. I think it's a smart shot. I think Will's going to respond in kind with another safety attempt and a well-executed one. I think the return of serve here has to be maybe another safe. Let's see what he's thinking about here. Maybe thinning this ball and going up table, going downtown with it. Interesting. I may just there's a double kiss if he tries to stop it. So yeah, he tried to hide him. Look at this shot. That's a great shot. That's a great shot.
Nice.
Well, now it's time for Mr. Haagensen to just kick it in and run out. Kick it in and follow for the 8 in the corner. That's what I do right here. Oh, safety. Tuck him in behind the 8.
Nice.
I think we're going to see a reverse tuck here. or maybe a thin up table shot. It's a good shot too. Take advantage of the 9 ball as a blocker, potentially. All right, he's going back to my first assessment. Just simple stun tuck behind the 8. I'm not sure if he got him.
That was a mistake there.
Well, I think he's got to take his chances from here.
Yep.
As far as liking his position, I mean, if the guy runs out on you, then he runs out on you. I mean, but this is real hard to get out of. The dreaded position of having 1 ball on the table when your opponent has 4.
That's it. See what he's looking at here.
Is he playing it off the 11? I think that's a bit. Well, I don't know if he can see
That's
enough
a good
of
shot.
it. I don't know if he can see enough of it to do it. But there's possible bank here also. But where's the cue ball going?
Well, exactly. Look at that.
Oh, wow, he could cut it in.
Wow, great shot.
If he gets a shot on the 8 here, wow, this is like the super shot of the match so far.
This is.
Look at this. I think he's real firsting it for sure.
Yeah, I don't think he can hit it.
He's real firsting it, and I think he's got a great chance to make it here. That's a great way to steal a game and put frustration in the heart of your opponent for sure.
That's it, a mental edge. It's all about these little mental edges in the match.
Swings back and forth.
But don't let it go back and forth. Let it go your way with the mental edge.
Got to keep control. You can't give Will Haagensen many opportunities because he'll capitalize. There it is.
That.
Yeah,
great
that ball's
shot.
going to go every time with this new table. Wow, what a great escape, really. It's like a Houdini turnaround there from Mr. Haagensen. Great cut shot on the 2, and I think he was just like, well, wherever the cue ball goes, I'll deal with it from there. And he was kind of shooting in self-defense. But worked out fine for him. Let's see if he can improve his cue ball control from his previous break. That was our 3rd game of 8 ball. We've got 2 more games of 8 ball before we switch to the 9 ball set. Interesting there. See, that's why I think the maybe the shot to the last rack instead of stunning behind the 8. I mean, it's probably the right shot. He just didn't pinch him completely behind the 8. But if he would have gone up table, maybe it blocked him with the 9 also. Wow, that was a great break. Look at that. This guy's got an explosive break. I think he made a solid, right?
Nice. I'm not sure. It looked like a stripe
2,
spinner.
4, 6 solids on the table. Yeah, I think he made a solid. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he made a solid on the break. 6 ball. And the 7 ball are problem balls for Mr. Haagensen. Alright, gonna come with the bank. Just misses the bank. Would have been his ticket out, and now he gives Mike Zingale an opportunity to close the gap here. 15 is a problem ball. He's gonna have to get on that immediately. The 4 and the 1. Obviously precluding him from easy position on the 15 on the bottom rail. So he's going to have to come off one of these balls up table to get position. I think he's forced to shoot the 13, or I guess it's the 9 first, up in the top.
That's the 9 up there, yes.
All right, interesting. He's forced to take this ball first. Gave a little bumpy. Little bump action there.
Bump action.
Well, I wonder if he's just going to go no rails, straight up table past the 5. Try and take a cut on the 15. Or maybe come 1 rail and try and spin into the 4. Well, he's going to do something.
Huh.
He's gonna 2 rail his wallet. Well, he's now got the worst of it. Safety is the remedy for this situation. Probably bank the. Oh, he can see the 11. Look at that. All right, he's gonna go back up table and try and get the window shot for a special. On the 15, I think he got there.
Wow.
Did he?
Let's have a look here.
I don't know. No, I think he's got. I think he can thin it or hit it straight in the face, but that doesn't look good. 14 still goes. Huh. This is becoming a hairy situation. Man, if he can make this ball, that's... Oh, look at that. He could. Wow, perfect. And just don't bump the 6. And you're good. You're golden. Now he's got to navigate position on the 15. Yeah, very good shot. He's got to get position on this 15 ball. I think it goes off the 3 if it goes past the 8 up there. I think it is. No, 7. 2 rails into the 7. Perfect. Hello.
Bam.
That's a great shot.
That was live, baby, live.
That's a very high percentage shot too. I like that choice personally.
Live.
Listen, John DeToro's here.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say, where's the bull?
Where's the bull? Shout out to the bull, Johnny D.
The bull.
Back in Hollywood.
Hey guys.
He's probably eating right now.
The bull. I gotta go see the bull.
He's probably eating.
Yeah, guys.
No, in all seriousness, Johnny's
Good morning.
Johnny's one of my mentors and a great
He's
guy.
awesome.
Incredible player. Best shot selection in pool probably ever. The guy's great.
Wow.
He's very, very smart.
Yeah, I know. I can tell he's triple smart.
He's been around the block 2 times, you know.
Yeah. The bull's awesome.
All right, so Mike's got a 7-foot shot here on the 8 ball. He likes to leave himself these long, tough shots in the 8. This is a little simpler, I think, than his first win, but he should do fine with it. Back in the pocket, nice steady stroke, stayed down, and we're tied at 2. 2 games apiece between Mike Zingale. This is the last game of the 8 ball set now. They're Hill and 8 ball.
Hill and 8 ball.
Live. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the men's is a race. Finals is a race to 11.
Correct. Single elimination race to 11 in the finals.
Huh.
Extended race. 4 extra games.
The women's is a race to 9. 6 games of 8. 11 games of 9. We'll probably put him back here.
All right, Mike with a break and almost scratch, but no scratch. And I wonder if he's, yep, broke dry. Players are struggling to find an option on the break here. It's going to be more consistent.
Well, I got my food here, so you're gonna eat. They get it hooked up. I didn't give her any of this. Here, we're gonna give her some money, right? You give me this, right? Yeah. Susie. Susie, that's her name, Susie.
All right.
All right, bada bing. Let me. Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, just trying to see what's what here.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong camera.
I think he took solids. Did he? Or was that stripes?
You'll be able to see.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 3. Took solids. Interesting. Well, 5 balls is only shot. 5 ball, 2 ball, 6 ball. 6 ball's a problem, so it's a 4. Ideally, he would like to take the 7 before attacking the 5-4. And, well, he suffers for it there. Trying to create something. Now, I think, well, needs a problem ball for stripes as far as trying to get out because of the 3.
Go ahead.
I wonder if he should try and shoot the 15 and stun into the rail, pinch between the rail and the 8, and bump the 8 out before going after the 12, 10, and these balls here. I don't like that shot. I think he out-tricked himself there. I mean, he could have made the 10 with that ball hanging, but I like dealing with the 8 ball right away, especially since you had sideboards for position with both the 12 and the 13 in the side. And you could have come back around and played the 10 at whatever time. Now solids are a little bit more manageable, and the 2 and the 6 need to be addressed like ASAP. I think before these balls down here get taken care of, because they're pretty available, and the 7 ball acts like a key ball for the 3. I don't like leaving the 6 and the 4 for so late in the rack. It just becomes awkward to get out if you don't get perfect on the 4. I think. Okay, he's got the 6 in the side. The 4 ball goes in the corner. He can probably pinch the 4 in the corner and slip between the 11-14 as we're looking at it from the side view.
Let's okay, we'll go to the side view again. Sorry.
Yeah. So this view here, if the cue ball goes between the 14 and the 11, he'll be able to play the 6 in the side. But he's got to contend with the 15 and the 12 and kind of put reverse English to spin back between them coming off the head rail to get position for the 8. Or he could do the 4 rail natural position if he gets a big enough angle and go long rail, short rail for the 8. And that's always it's probably a better option because you're pretty much guaranteed to not hit anything, and you can kind of let your stroke out a little bit. Let's see what he chooses to do here. Yeah, he's pitching across just like that.
Wow.
And he's left himself on the rail.
Lucky that cloth so new. Diamond, that wouldn't have gone too, as well as the table.
Yeah. So this is the shot I was talking about. The he can't jack up, and I mean I'm sure he can actually draw it like stun with spin to the head rail straight down and come spin back up. He'll probably try and do that.
Still, he can get caught up pretty easy. He's gonna have to go all the way to the top rail. He's gonna have to hit this ball good.
Yeah, he jacked up and stunned it in, spun back.
Good shot.
So that was a good shot. If he had a bigger angle, Mike conceded
the ball.
If he had a bigger angle, he could have gone thin cut in the side, come down to the head rail, and then up below the side pocket, the long rail, and then back up to the head table and be clear off the 3rd rail. So, all right, we're going to 9 ball now. It's 3-2, racing to 7.
Okay, 9 ball it is. Nine ball it is here at Strokers, Palm Harbor. You can like them on Facebook. Look up Strokers, Palm Harbor.
It's a great pool room. Tampa area is pretty great for pool as far as Florida concerned. There's a lot of good players in this area, and a lot of good tournaments that float around in the area.
A lot of action in this area. I like this area. I mean, I'm really considering moving to this area.
Yeah, it's a great place to be.
I really like Spring Hill and Capone's there, and of course Strokers is close. And Hammerheads.
It's kind of interesting geographically too, because you're
nice
close
place
to a lot of, like, you're close to a metropolitan area, you're close to like a more suburban area, you're close to a very wooded, secluded area like Spring Hill and surrounding area around it. It's kind It's kind of a nice place to be, have access to a lot of different parts of the state.
Yeah, I might have a winter place down here.
That's awesome.
This is a good area for pool, so I have a lot of contacts down here. Why not? All right, we'll see if he can make this 8 ball wing ball on the break. No, went for the 1 in the side, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's okay.
All right, and he's gonna have to push out here.
Yeah, I don't like the 1 in the side break. I like going at that corner ball, moving the 1 up table with the cue ball. But that requires a really special hit on the ball.
Yeah, and it's very dynamic. It changes a lot depending on the configuration of the rack and how certain balls are touching and what's going on. And you kind of have to address each rack as an independent element. Sometimes the balls just line up where you get the wing ball going every time, pretty much no matter what, because the racking conditions are so good. But you can't just take it for granted and assume the wing ball is going to go. So he pushed out there. And I don't think he was trying to to kick safe. But he does have a kick save coming across the top of the 3 where he'll bank it to the opposite side and maybe drag the cue ball behind the 9, depending on the speed. See that? See, but he just hit it warp speed. If he hits the same hit, just like medium soft stroke, then the 3 ball plays one rail just the way it did to the opposite side, and he has a good chance to at least leave him a thin clip on the 3 or play safe behind the 9. Now 1 rail position for Mike, and he's got to make sure he gets the angle he needs from the 6 to the 8 coming off the 5. Glad to see him coming around the other side of the ball and really taking a look at his target position zone. All right. Now he's left himself kind of a long stretch. All right, we're going to see him switch it up lefty.
He doesn't like that.
No, yeah, he's got to work the cue ball. He's got to work the cue ball with this angle. He can't just try and pinch it.
Yeah, get the rake out.
If he floats it in, he'll take a long shot on the 6. But I don't know if he's going to try and pitch. Yeah, he had to come across 2 rails, and you see that's why you have to be very cognizant of not only just your position, but where your cue ball positioning is in relation to your ability to reach it. You know what I mean? This is I think one aspect that maybe some people just ignore a little bit and take for granted, and it costs you a game. And all right, Mr. Haagensen here should have an opportunity to extend his lead to 2 games for the first time in the match if he can get out, cut the 8 inside.
Nice shot.
Yeah, whisper thin hit on the 8 there, and pretty straightforward shot on the 9. And Mike's got to be kicking himself for not getting out. Let's see if he can recover mentally from that slight error. So up.
That's tough. That's a tough one to recover from.
All right. So I think the last rack, Will broke from the box. I think now he's moving a little bit further out, and he's not checking the rack at all, which I find interesting. I mean, by nature, I just want to know how the balls are touching, regardless if the rack could be perfect every time. I just want to know exactly what's going on so I can adjust my break. It's funny too. You see some players who will check the rack pretty much every rack.
Right.
They'll break from different positions because they're adjusting to how the balls are touching.
Right. Exactly.
And even though the rack may not be quote unquote perfect, you still have an opportunity to make the wing ball, which is what your goal is.
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
break when you're playing 9 ball, you want to make the wing ball.
Yeah, I don't like like we were saying. Some people make the wing ball and the 1 ball. They know how to pocket both of them every single time.
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty awesome. Man, what kind of a crazy hit is that? You know what I mean? That's got to take some serious skill to make that happen.
Yeah.
So much stuff going on there.
Yeah, it takes time to work with the rack and practice and get some understanding of what's going on with the dynamics and how it changes. But
Player in the Northeast does that really well. Kevin Bailey is his name, I believe.
Right.
Man, he can pocket that wing ball and the 1 ball every single time, man.
Wow, look
so
at this.
skilled. Great run-out player, too, by the way.
I believe Will miscued on the 1. I think he was trying to play a combo. And he miscued and accidentally banked the one rail. See, he's going to his bag for a tip tool, I'm sure, of some kind to rough up his tip. Make sure he's getting
Right.
good grip with the tip in his chalk. So, yeah, he's going straight to that right now. And a quick tip for everybody out there, one that I learned from Dennis Searing when I was first starting to play pool. He advised me to, tap your tip with just a regular tip tapper.
Right.
Lay it flat and roll it across your tip. before every set. But he says once you miscue, it's too late. You know what I mean? It's already cost you the opportunity at the table. So he looks at doing this kind of thing, like roughing up your tip, as a preventative measure, not as a response to a miscue. You know, he wants to eliminate the opportunity for a miscue as much as possible. And I think if you do that, you'll have some good results. So guys, if you'll see me do it if I'm ever on the stream or at a tournament, you guys watch me play, I always tap my tip before every match.
Cool.
That's something I do religiously. I think
Good.
it's
probably that too.
It's probably saved me a bunch of miscues over the years, you know, when you add them up. And so yeah, that's
awesome.
That's my tip for the day, I guess. And I only ever use a tip tapper. I don't ever use any kind of, like, you know, chalk cube or, you know, shapers. Right? If I'm going to have my tip shaped, I just take it to a cue repairman. Right. And he'll put it on the lathe and you know, take sandpaper to it. That's the only way I'll ever try and shape my tip. I'll never try and do it mechanically. You know what I mean? So
that's good, man.
I think that's probably the best way to increase the longevity of your tips, as well as ensure that you don't miscue as often.
Right.
So
good tips there, Raymond. Appreciate it, sir.
All right, you're welcome. And here's Will clearing up this 9-ball pattern. And
Wheel. 5-2 here, live from Strokers Billiards, Palm Harbor, Florida. I'm joined with Raymond Linares from Miami, Florida.
Yes.
My friends. And we are blasting out across the iPhone, across Ustream, everywhere, across the ocean, across space, time.
Great Scott.
Exactly. And here at Strokers, time stands still, especially when you get the shrimp that they pull right out of the ocean here.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And bring them right into the.
Pretty much can't go wrong just ordering shrimp anything here.
Those shrimp were swimming probably 2 days ago. I mean, there's no way. Maybe even less than that.
Yeah, they have a shrimping boat business associated with them through one of the owners, and they get the freshest shrimp you can get from the Gulf.
Batch.
So, all right, Will's got a good opportunity to see our first break and run from the 9-ball session. He's got one rail position off the head rail to the 3, and looks like he rushed it a hair and is going to give.
Getting excited.
Yeah, it's going to give Mike a good opportunity to capitalize on this good spread.
That's a big thing, getting excited, too excited.
Yeah. Being a very energetic player can be good and bad to a fault.
Good point. Good point.
I mean? You can kind of overamp yourself and rush a bit, which I think maybe might have happened to Will there. So Mike gets a double kiss, and I think has a good opportunity just to come one rail stun shot off the long rail closest to the screen there and go up table. Now he bumped the 5, which he did not want to do. He's got to make sure he can still make the 5 in the corner. If it's frozen, he'll be able to throw it in, playing it off the 7. But it looks like he's okay. Once again, the speed on these tables is very, very fast. I mean, very fast, very hard to judge, very hard to control the cue ball. I think you're seeing Mike struggle a little bit with that now. The cue ball just wants to keep going and going, and a lot of shots that I'm sure he expected that ball to bounce short of where it did. Instead, it lengthened out. Probably had too much top on the cue ball coming off the long rail, and it took him into the 5 and precluded him from running out. So now we're going to see Will bring out the shorty, short cue. We see some airtime.
Short 2 Kime airborne.
Yeah.
We're airborne. We're live airborne. Will Haagensen Airlines.
He had a great showing last year. For those
sure
of you
did.
who don't know, he got, I think,
that nice
5th or 4th or something last year. Wow. He's in all the magazines. In the publication, they take group pictures after every tournament of the top 5 finishers, and he's up there. Shout out to my buddy Dave Iwadi, who I know is watching the tournament back home.
He's cool, I remember him.
Working away. Dave got 3rd place in this tournament last year. He's a great friend of mine and a great role model.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's been a big help for my game growing up. I remember when I first started playing pool, he he used to give me the 5 and out in pool tournaments, and so that's what I was talking about, throwing the 5 in off the 7. But he used to give me the 5 and out. And now him and I play even in rotation pool. He's a heck of a guy and a very active member on the AZ Billiard forums. So check him out.
Nice.
If you guys can. All right, Mike's gonna soft roll the cue ball into the side pocket. So, yeah.
Wow, this could get ugly really fast here.
Well, yeah, the
critical mistake.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. You start making errors, and it just kind of compounds upon itself. I want to make sure to get an angle off the 7 ball where I can come off the rail.
Yeah, that's a tough
I don't
one.
kind of like. I mean, he has the angle he can come out, but it's a little shallow for me. I would want to have a little bit more, maybe closer to the side. But
this ball can rattle here.
He's fine.
He's okay.
He hit a nice, soft, smooth stroke.
That ball can rattle though, and I've seen it
most
rattle.
definitely, yeah, most definitely. Especially if you have to stretch out a little bit.
You got to do weird English
manipulations.
Right.
All right. Well, Will's starting to get settled towards the tail end of the match, and he's going to take the hill at 6-2.
Katie, bar the door.
Whoever she is. I haven't met her yet.
New line.
I haven't met Katie.
Will's coming home.
Will Burr. It's called.
Will. Yeah. Will he get out? Will he break and run?
Will Haagensen will.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you. I'm good.
All right, enough with the funny talk here.
No.
Serious business.
No, they love that.
Can we see the
they
chat?
love to
Is
hate
anybody out there asking any questions or
I think we're chat free.
wondering why I played so bad last year in this event?
We're chat free for this match.
Oh, I see.
Unless JR puts it up there. I don't know if he's doing it or not.
All right, looks like he made another ball on the break.
He has no shot on the 1 ball.
Well, he's got a combo if he wants it. I don't like it.
No.
I do like playing the 1-9 and following the cue ball up behind a 3 or 5. It's a possible shot. I think you play more cue ball here than anything and try and tuck him in behind the 3. Just sneak it past the 3 and you might rub the rail a little bit. He has to avoid the points to the side. So he did play the 9, but drew it back instead. And is left a shot for Mike Zingale. You know, even though Will's up 6-2 now, he's on the hill. 6-2.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. Even though he's up 6-2, Mike has definitely had opportunities to maybe be up 6-2 or be up in this match. It's just some critical mistakes have cost him.
Errors, yeah.
Cost him very important games in a short race. That's
absolutely.
It's really unexcusable.
Needs to pocket some balls here and get this rolling.
The match is not over by any means. Of course, he's at the table and they're playing 9 ball, which can go very quickly. So anything can happen. It's my first time seeing Mike play, so I'm not sure what his top speed is. I'm sure he's a very, very talented player.
Absolutely. You got to win.
Especially to qualify here to make...
you got to win to be here, that's for sure.
Make the U.S. Amateurs in Florida is no joke. It's a lot of good players.
That's a strong... I wonder, how do they play down? Is this out of just the qualifiers for it, huh?
Yeah, you got to go through a regional qualifier.
Right.
And depending on the size of the regional qualifier field, you get a certain number of boards that get played, individual brackets. And you got to win your bracket, to come through.
How many players did you have to beat to get
I think I had to win like 5 matches or something in my bracket to come through. There were plenty of players there, and there were I think 5 different boards.
Nice.
So
good job.
Yeah, I played pretty good. I had a tough match actually on the winner side of my board against Ted Harris. Actually, he had me 4-2, and he plays a long rail safety, leave me real far, real distant shot. But the 9 ball was like a diamond away from the corner pocket on the long rail, down by where I was standing. Wow, what a shot this is!
Great shot.
Wow, great shot. And I measured the bank, and I fired the 2-9 combo bank to make it 4-3, and then I broke and ran out, make it 4-4, and then I broke and ran out the first game of the 8 ball to make it 5-4, and then I broke and made the 8, make it 6-4.
Nice.
And I almost ran out the set.
With the side rail break, you made the 8?
Yeah.
In the side?
In the top corner, actually.
Oh, in the top corner.
I got kicked up table, yeah.
Okay.
And then I almost ran the set out from being down 4-2, shooting a 2-9 bank combo. I left him a shot, but he had a difficult out, and he ended up rattling a ball and left me the game. But that was my toughest match. Shout out to Teddy. He's actually here representing the qualifiers from South Florida, along with a few other guys.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him. I heard good things about his cues.
Oh man, he makes some. He's got a bunch of them with him. He brought like maybe 12, 13 cues with him.
Cool, have to
display
try one out.
They're real beautiful craftsmanship coming out of the Ted Harris Custom Cue Shop. So check them out. It's quite a resurgence they've had this last year. I mean, really cranking up production, doing a lot of awesome stuff as far as the South Florida cue business is concerned.
Nice.
But now we have Will with ball in hand, and he's on the hill. So if he can execute this rack, then he wins the match. And these are important moments in establishing some confidence throughout your journey in the tournament. I think if he can run out here, it'll help his cause a lot, settling down and getting ready for his next match. But he's got to focus on what he needs to do to get out.
He needs to do that.
Yeah, definitely. So nice shot there. That was a very sensitive shot. Soft roll past the 7.
It's like Speedy Gonzalez here is going to.
Yeah, this is the shot I think for the out. He's got to come. I like to come back just past the side pocket line, like as we're looking here, and get a shot on the 6. He left himself a little bit further, which is fine. He's just got to go up and down for sure.
Right.
I would play up and down and play for the 7 on the side personally, just because I feel it gives me a chance to let out my stroke a little bit.
He's going to roll this ball.
Yeah, he's going to roll it and go up and down. See, he's going to end up getting shape for the...
That's not good.
Look at how fast his table is. He's supposed to...
Ooh,
I think it's possible to cut this ball on the side. That's how fast his table is rolling. But
yeah, you can cut it.
he can still make it in the corner and bounce out, but it's
kind of
just...
funny with the side pocket there.
I think it's not in the way. I think it's fine, but you're thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's like...
That's it.
You're not going to scratch if you just roll the ball.
This is the same shot he missed earlier.
Right. Similar. Very, very similar.
He landed way off. Look,
see
and
how
he did it again.
Yeah. See how
he got it.
See how you just roll the ball and
Nice.
you're not going to hit the side, but it's there. But
yeah, you got to be able to make that shot. That's
yeah,
for sure.
he made a good shot, and then
He just
like
must have
this
hit
is
it
it.
a little funny that first time.
yeah, it's just the speed is real
Comfortable.
difficult to get adjusted to.
That was
so,
at the beginning of the match.
yeah,
He missed that ball.
But he's
all right, good match,
coming
guys.
through. Very solid player, Will Haagensen. He wins 7-3 against Mike Zingale. First round matchup here from the U.S. Amateur Championships.
All right, for Raymond Linares, myself,
J.R. Calvert.
absolutely,
And,
APA, American Pool Player, or excuse me, poolplayers.com, and all their staff,
Strokers
Strokers
Billiards.
Billiards.
Yep.
We want to thank everyone out in the chat, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys, signing off.